Today we're in Oglethorpe County, Georgia, heart of America's broiler poultry industry, and we're visiting with Andy Saxon and to get his review here on the Poultry Hawk and the investment he has made in that. And Andy, what type of operation do you have here?
What I'm running here is a broiler operation, 6 houses, 50 by 500 foot long. Columbia Farms is my integrator, and our target is around a 9-pound bird that we're trying to grow.
So why did you decide to buy the Poultry Hawk system?
The 9-pound bird had a lot to do with my decision to get this unit. We were just looking for something that would ease our chores, make our job easier to do in the poultry house, carrying 9-pound chickens in a bucket. And a lot of times these chickens, it's not uncommon to have 12.5-pound roosters. So you don't get many of those. You don't get many of those in your hands. You can't put many in the bucket. And they can get quite heavy going from one end of the house to the other. So this looked like a good unit that would take a lot of that work off of us, and certainly so far it has.
How is it benefiting you?
Again, going back to just making the job easier, it speeds you up in time. You start in house number 1 when you were fresh, maybe you're toting the birds by hand, and you get down to house number 6 and you're pretty worn down, but you don't have that same tiredness that you have. You're not as fatigued, and overall it just makes the job a lot easier, and it is faster, and time is something that we can all appreciate.
How do you feel about the quality and design of the Poultry Hawk system?
When I saw the machine the first time, I thought it was well put together, structurally sound enough to do what it had to do in this house, and it has proved to be equal to what we're doing in this house. I've not had any problems out of this unit, and I say this unit, I have these units in every one of my houses, all 6 houses, so not had any problems other than the fact that when they were new and put in, I did have some issues with 2 variable speed controls, and but the support, product support from Poultry Hawk, from Innovative Poultry, was good, and I didn't have an issue with that. We were back up and going in no time.
One of the questions that many people ask is the Poultry Hawk system worth the investment? It's not cheap, and so how would you answer that?
No, it's not cheap, and my answer to that is a lot of my friends around here in the poultry business have asked me that same question. Was it worth the money? And my answer to them is, for me, it was. If you're still a young 25-year-old man and you're strong and those 9 and 10-pound birds don't wear you down, then go for it. But for me, it was. My young and strong days are far behind me, and I really appreciate what the Poultry Hawk, how much simpler it has made my job. The fatigue is just not there, and at the end of the grow out, when keeping these birds 9 weeks, and they had gotten that big, a lot of days you dreaded going to the chicken house to do your job, but that's not the problem anymore. This takes all of the hard work out of it as far as removing the dead birds.
Yeah, well, thank you, Andy, for taking the time to perhaps, you're looking at thinking about investing in the Poultry Hawk system, and this can be of a help to you as you're trying to make that decision as well.